Hello, everybody, and welcome to another MTG Marvel Superheroes Draft. Let's see what we're working with. Our rare, better than I thought it would be, Super Adaptoid. There's a decent number of legendary creatures, so he can often be like a 2-2 or a 3-2 on crowded board states, and then he can take abilities from your opponent's creatures too, and it's when he enters or attacks, so if new abilities come into play. I just don't think he's that good. Like, he's the sort of card you can put into a lot of decks, but he doesn't do anything crazy, I feel like. This pack is kind of weak. I do really like Go Nuts. I think it's just a very strong card. Just 1 mana, +1/+1 counter and fight. Just pretty good for a lot of the green decks. There's also Speedball's been pretty impressive in like combat trick style decks, though those aren't always my favorite in this format either. Crossbones can do some damage, but I don't like to take him super highly. I think Frozen in Ice is a removal spell you prioritize just because removal's good in this format, it feels like. I'm just going to take Go Nuts, though, I think. I don't really care about 5 mana 4/4 flyer with Vigilance. I think this ability isn't the best. You usually just want to play your cards. Like, if you have a creature, you're usually just going to play it. But yeah, Go Nuts, I think, is a fine card. I'm not that happy first picking it, though. Pick 2. There's Hulk. I mean, I do like staying flexible early, though, so I would probably take Hero in Training because I like this card in any white deck, and I don't have to be like a green deck, and this would force me to play green-red. Robot Domination I've seen do some stuff, but I think you want to have some self-mill to go with this, and there's not that much of it. There's a green card that like mills you for 2. Connive can be good with this, but it's kind of tricky to get to work. Sometimes your opponent can just like play around it a bit, and if it does work, it's good, but it's definitely a little tricky to use sometimes. Hero in Training, meanwhile, just always gets you a nice clean 2-for-1. This gets you kind of like a 4-for-1 or 5-for-1, depending on like 3/2/2 tokens aren't like full card, aren't like 3 full cards. They're kind depending on like the mana investment you put into them, but pretty cool. I think this card's a fine one too. I might want to try this card, so I would maybe take this second, but I think the Hero in Training is a good pick. Starting with a couple commons. Pick 3. I think I just take a Cruel Alliance. I have found that you really need to prioritize removal in this. Sorry. Die, you pathetic swine. That's just funny flavor text. But yeah, I found that you really need to prioritize removal. Red Hulk is just kind of like a big guy. Like, I feel like a lot of the time he functions very similar to just like the general, like he's kind of similar to Savage Land Dinosaur and how he plays out sometimes. There are some cool combos with him, like him plus Go Nuts is a nice little synergy because he can get a little bit bigger with that counter, but a lot of the time he just plays that as like a big dude. I don't love Claim the Kingdom. I don't love Helicarrier Strike or Pounce or those things. Let's just take the removal spell. We have 3 removal spells, 3 commons, nothing too crazy yet. Okay, here's another Hero in Training. I do like Burrow Backup. Burrow Backup's actually pretty good, but I think we'll just get a second Hero in Training. The Taskmaster is fine too. You can copy creatures in your opponent's graveyard too. On the battlefield or in a graveyard, yeah. So that's pretty cool. But 3/5 for 4, pretty reasonable card. There's a Speedball. I like Burrow Backup. I like Hero in Training. Trickster Stratagem is like a fine blue removal spell. The Quinjet has been pretty nice for me a lot of the time, like as a one-of. Though I think my best decks are probably just 2 color decks that don't run it. But I like Hero in Training. You just feel pretty good when you play this card. There's a Crimson Operative, which is like a Hero in Training a little bit. So we're just nice and easy. We've just taken like all commons so far. This is the mill card I was talking about to go with 4-drop that you can use sometimes. I think Murdoch's Crusade is also fine. I don't love it. I would much rather run it as a sideboard card. But I feel like you can use that sometimes. There's Frozen in Ice too. I kind of want to just take that. Getting the kill spells is a really high priority for me now after the way I've experienced the format early days. I don't love the Unliving Legionnaire. I like Crimson Operative a decent amount. This card's okay. Let's just keep taking the kill spells, and Crimson Operatives come around the table. I don't really view them as a signal right now because I think I like them more than other people do. So other people don't view it as a signal, but I think that card's good. But yeah. And if I'm not seeing the red removal spells, I think other players are taking those over the Crimson Operatives type vibes. So we have 2 heroes in training, and then we could kind of pair it with any of these removal spells that we have. Okay. Here, I don't think Supreme Scientist is crazy. I mean, you can copy, like, Connive trigger sometimes. But it's from an artifact source. Yeah. There's Raft Security Officer. If I wanted to stick to white, I might just take Repulsor Blast. I know it's another color, but I'm still just feeling my way through things. None of these cards are that important to me. I don't think this card's great. I think the Raft Security Officer is the closest, just because I already have 2 heroes in training. But I've been seeing some red cards with my Crimson Operatives. And pick 6, this card's pretty late, I think. The players are prioritizing removal, I think. I do like Aim Synthoids a decent amount. There's a We Say Thee Name. I like this card. I just like the interaction spells a lot. Like, I've pretty much taken all interaction spells and then hero in trainings, which probably should give you some indication. I don't think green is that open. Like, we first picked Go Nuts and haven't seen, like... I mean, we've seen a couple green cards. Just nothing too crazy. I think Aim Synthoids is also pretty good. I wouldn't mind a Security Officer. I think just We Say Thee Name is better, though. And then we get pick 8 Shield Deployment Drone. I think this card's great, so... Could be leaning towards a blue deck now. We've got 3 blue cards that are all pretty good. Interaction spells. Surveillance Room is fine. There's another blue card here, which isn't crazy. Triggered ability from a creature source. So I think that if this ETB would be a triggered ability, but I don't know fully how all the stuff that works with that card. We wield Frozen in Ice. Now I do think Aerial Doombot is fine, but wheeling Frozen in Ice is a good sign. This is where I'm feeling pretty good about how I have just a lot of interaction spells. We also wield Pet Avengers, so that's a green card to go with Go Nuts. We wield Wakandan Drone Flock, a couple blue cards. I feel like we have found a lane as a blue drafter. We've got some pretty good blue cards. I think these are all top 5 blue commons, probably. Get some removal spells. Sure, sometimes your opponent has a bounce spell or a sacrifice effect, but usually you can just answer what you care about with this and be pretty happy. Hero in training. Now I think I'm going to take the Doombot, just get deeper into the color I'm pretty confident I'm playing. There is the land as well, but I'm not really trying to be a splashy deck. I'll just play one of this, or I'll just play white to go with my blue cards. Hydra, Infiltration, Powerful Broker. None of these cards are that important to me. Let's just get another blue card. So let's just put all of our non-blue cards in a pile so we can kind of get a sense for things. So we have 3, 4, 5 blue cards, and then 2. So we kind of have 6 playables no matter how we look at this. At least. Vision of Love. Or Claim the Kingdom. I don't think Claim the Kingdom's that good. But if I played a counters deck, maybe it would be good. Maybe I'll just take Vision of Love. I have some artifacts to sack, maybe. And we get Stratagem back. I also don't mind Quinjet that much. But I think Stratagem's a little bit better because I know I'm playing blue, and if I'm playing a blue straight-up deck, I don't think I necessarily want to splash or need the ramp. Stark Industries Executive late. So maybe blue-red is a home for us. We have the 2 hero in trainings, but we don't have any white interaction spells. We passed a couple of the Sentry guys. Go Nuts. We did not see a ton of green. Ooh, blue-black land last. Okay. This is tough. So do we want to play blue-black? We could take Dark Deed. Blue-green, there's Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I think she is beatable, and I don't think green was that open. So I kind of just want to take Dark Deed here. There is Herbie as just a blue card I could play in a blue deck. There's Frozen in Ice. I wheeled that before, though. I think blue's pretty open, but I want to figure out my second color, and this is the best card in the pack, I think. I think Unbeatable Squirrel Girl is also pretty reasonable. But triple green is such a big commitment. Like, you have to play this in a deck that's base green, and I'm not going to be base green even if I play green. That's kind of my way I'm thinking about it. I first picked a green card, and I have not seen any real pulls into green since then. I could be blue-red because I did get the late Stark Industries Executive, the late Vision of Love, but I could also splash Dark Deed potentially using the AIM Labs, so we'll see. Okay, I do like a lot of these cards. Daredevil's pretty strong. And then there's Jessica Jones. I think Jessica Jones is going to be a better pick, though, because I don't have to splash. And this card's good, but I think I'd rather just take this. I have a few red cards. Stark Industries Executive came around late. I could maybe splash some black removal spells. It's kind of how I'm thinking about things. Okay, now there is in this pack not a lot. There's Living Weapon. What cards do I have that target a creature I control? Currently nothing. I don't love Ghost. He's just a little small. Could try Viv Vision. I just don't like it very much. We could get there on this potentially. I just don't foresee it happening. Let's just take Viv Vision maybe. I don't think this is a very good pack for us. We could also take up the shield for a white card, but I don't think we're going to end up in white. We got the 2 heroes and not much else. He says as he sees Captain America Super Soldier. I could take the land or I could just take Captain America. It's just a 3/2 first strike with a shield counter on it, though. I mean, it's not like unbeatable or anything. You and other heroes have hexproof. Could also just take the land. I don't think white was open pack 1 is the thing. Yeah, he's also kind of hard to cast. I'm just going to take the land. I know it's a kind of weird pick. I just think blue-red was more open. Now I can take Shuri, and that's good with some of my artifact stuff that I'm going to end up with probably. There's this card. There's Take Up the Shield. There's Supervillain Lockup. I try not to switch colors in pack 2 too much. That's just something I've learned over time. Like, I was deciding kind of not to play white in pack 1, and then like getting white cards in pack 2, you just go back to getting no white cards in pack 3, and you're like kind of unhappy. Similarly with like going into green or whatever. There's Speed, Young Avenger. There's also Shuri number 2. I don't really want Shuri number 1 even though, so I'm just gonna take another Doombot or Surveillance Room. Let's take Surveillance Room. I could see myself splashing black for a couple black cards. Trickster Stratagem. Yeah, we're seeing some white cards here, but that's okay. Pack 3, we'll go back to seeing the red cards. Like we got the late Stark Industries Executive, and we could also just be blue-black still as well. But I think Jessica Jones is pretty great. Jessica Jones doesn't love playing with We Say Thee Nay, but sometimes you're willing to play a little non-bow. So this is a deck that could play like pretty much all the cards that I've taken. Grixis Control. But I have plenty of removal in just blue and red right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't really need to splash that much. 6. Nice. And so the more of those I get, the less likely I need to splash black, which just makes my mana a little bit better. This is kind of like a 7-drop win con for me. I don't really see it as being a card that I'm happy playing on turn 3 a lot of the time. So I can just move it on my curve so I can reflect that. Industry Executive is a card that is a speculation play. If I get, I'll just put the speculative cards in this pile. It's like a card I could play if I had Visions of Love or, okay, there's a Herbie. Sometimes you want a Herbie in your deck. Give you a little bit of value. Shield Helicarrier is not my favorite. I don't love the bow. Sure, I'll take Herbie. Removal spells, +2 for 1s. Good strategy. Okay, there's Pim Technologies. You never know if you open a crazy green card or something. I have this Go Nuts. The thing is, there's not a ton of crazy green cards. The best green card might just be the uncommon guy. Wow, we got Take Up the Shield back. That's crazy. I'll take Vision of Love, I guess. There's a world where I end up with a super bomb, and then I just want anything that can dig towards it. This also works well with the Industries Executive, but that's not great, sacking a treasure or whatever. Sure, another Surveillance Room. Finally, a card that couldn't theoretically make my deck. I think I'm just going to play blue-red. I know I could have gotten some good white cards that pack, but I think pack 3 is going to be good to me in the blue-red direction. Or blue-black. I have some good black cards. I'm trying to get better about like not ruling out like audibles back towards certain colors. I think here I almost certainly take a blue card over this card because I might not play this. Wiccan plays with non-land, non-token permanent. So what do I have that has good ETBs? This is a good ETB. This is a good ETB. So not that many things. I think I'll just take the cheap interaction. Save my late game win cons for like clunkers like Viv Vision, which can probably win the game like regardless. Okay, Sentry. I think I'll take the Sentry. Sentry's very strong. Maybe I misread something about white being open in like pack 1. There's also Truck Toss and Shield Deployment Drone. But I can probably... it's actually not a color that I really want to splash. Yeah, Sentry's really strong, though. Like, if I played 2 Surveillance Rooms... I'm just going to keep taking the cards that I like. I'm just going to stick to blue-red now. I know that the Sentry's really good, though. And I'm going to keep seeing good cards. But I'll take We Say Thee Nay. My 2-drop slot is lacking. White turned out to be quite open here. I don't fully know how it happened. Just kind of did. Sentry's a really strong card, don't get me wrong. It just would have been really hard for me to cast it. I would have to abandon like my red removal spells. I guess I could have just gotten rid of like all 5 of my red cards. Played like my 3 blue cards instead. Maybe that would have been better. There's a very strong chance it would have been better. I got very connected to blue-red for not a great reason, I think. I do like Falcon Winged Wonder. There's this card, when you cast a spell that targets a creature you control. I don't really have any of those. I would have been able to get a good white card out of like every pack this direction, which is kind of interesting. I like this as a good win con for the top end. This is kind of what my deck looks like. Just a lot of cheap plays, easy on the mana. Khazar is really good. I can splash that. I think I like that more than taking Wiccan. It's not the best with like Surveillance Room or whatever, but it's just such a strong card. I think it's worth taking still. I have some mana to support it. Now there's Irby. Arnim Zola. I don't have a lot of creatures, I feel like. 9, yeah. Let's just take Herbie. Yeah, going into white would have worked out better. I would have ended up with like 4 heroes in trainings, the Sentry, Captain America. Ooh, this card's really strong. You get an artifact creature and then give it haste. So you spend X equals 4 and you get like a Viv Vision and then draw a card when it hits them. I think that's pretty good. I've been very impressed with it. It actually plays really nicely with Viv Vision. Makes me glad to have it. Also plays decently with Herbie, decently with Shield Deployment Drone. Because for 6 mana, you just get a 6/6 Viv Vision that draws you a card instantly. Repulsor Blast number 3 or Dependable Quinjet number 1. Quinjet helps my splashes a lot. So I think I'm just going to take that. I already have 2 Repulsor Blasts and a couple other removal spells. There's like 5 color fixing for me. And now I get to play Hour of Defeat a little easier. Seems pretty good to me. The triple Surveillance Room. Let's see how the Surveillance Room does. And then I'll take Rocks and Brutes, I think, maybe. I don't think I really need Kunlun. Actually, I'll just take the Kunlun. I don't even think I'm gonna even play a basic of a lot of these land types. Black, green. Actually, this is perfect for me because it gives me one extra source of both of my splash colors. And another blue, black land. Black is my main splash, so that works out well. Yeah, so I think I can just play all islands and mountains. We'll see how it goes. Stark Industries Executive is useful for the treasures now, I think. Go Nuts is going to be harder to use because I don't have a lot of creatures. I don't think I want this, so let's just see. This would be 4, 5, kind of 6, 7, 8 red sources. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I want to play a single forest. And I don't want to play a single swamp. So let's just add one, and see how that looks. 5, 6 red, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it says 4, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty good, honestly. I like it. What do I not want? I don't actually really want the Stark Industries, and I don't really want Kunlun Warrior. Stark Industries is probably not necessary. And then I probably don't need the Aerial Doombot. I'm not really that kind of deck. Shuri also does not seem very good. It does make my artifacts cost a little less, but I don't think that's what I need. Maybe I'd rather play... And maybe I just need it as a 2-drop. I could see Stark Industries Executive being a little bit better because I have the We Say the Nays, so that my opponent might think I'm holding up one, and then I have the other. Yeah, this seems pretty good. I'm just like pile of removal. Do I have any extra card advantage? This thing, if they go for a kill spell on my guy. Creature count is 9 if I include this guy. Yeah, this seems pretty good. I think this is nice. Stark Industries Executive is a little bit bad, though. I don't love it. Maybe we just play the Shuri. Artifact becomes a copy of a different artifact, so... Yeah, that doesn't really seem useful to me, though. Maybe you just play Aerial Doombot. Okay. Well, we're going to make this the poster child art. Actually, we'll make this poster child art. See, deck seems interesting. I'm excited to see how it does. I really want to see the Surveillance land in action. So that's kind of what I'm testing with this build. We could have had some really good white cards, and then that was the only color we ended up not playing. But I kind of felt like I wasn't seeing white in pack 1. Regardless, if you are enjoying the videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft accessible for people of all skill levels, Patreon's the place to go. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and you gain access to cool bonuses like my card-by-card tier list and format thoughts document. Special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. Okie doke. This is a nice hand. This is just what we want. Okay, we don't like that though. Play this. Let's see what we find. Vision Quest. I like that as a top end card. We have like early answers for most things. This will hit us a couple times, but we'll be able to deal with most things, I think. Kunlun Warrior. They're off to the races. They discarded the Vision. That is crazy to me. They must have a way to reanimate it or something. Because I can't think of another reason for doing that. Yep, we do not want that to happen. Nope, don't need that. Okay, so I have Dark Deed now. We'll kill whatever their best threat is on their end step. Actually, maybe it'll just kill one of these two creatures here. Do they have Decoy Ploy or something? No, they already had a villain to get back. Okay. If they reanimate Vision... Oh, they do have Decoy Ploy. Crazy. Okay. Sure. Let's just play Herbie. Herbie can trade with one of their guys, and then I can Repulsor Blast this in the future. Bummer not to hit a land. Yeah, I figured this has more upside, but... I don't think I can afford to have this guy right now. I need to... Actually, I can afford this, I think. Okay, we'll keep that. And then we will Repulsor Blast the Vision. And then next turn we'll go Quinjet, Jessica Jones. They have another Vision. Okay, that's not good. Let's see. Put it on the bottom. Oh no. Scarlet Witch, sure. Great to draw this land here. I can't believe they put the Vision on the bottom. They must have like wanted to draw a removal spell or something. I feel like I have the advantage here now. Because I have this card to play next turn, which just will stabilize me very well. Oh, man. So now I go to 2. Now I'm less stabilized. But if I hit a land off Khazar, I'm kind of back. Give me a land. No land. Okay. But I can trade here, trade here. This is the worst spot for this to be because I was going to get it with my Vision Quest. They have 2 creatures in their graveyard, so they get a 2/1 with Menace. Bummer. So if I crew this up and block here, I go to 1. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I can... Jeez Louise. Unlucky. I can get a Herbie with this. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take care of that guy. Play this. Okay. We even have an extra guy to spare. Nice. Nice little whiff. Land on top. Huge. And it's a life gain land. Just what I wanted. Oh, and this will gain me more life if I don't search for things. Hmm. I'm just going to wait one more turn before I use this to search my library for a Herbie or whatever. Because I want to make use of the shuffle. And I have so much removal that I don't even mind doing it like this, because I just want to gain 3 life. And then, search your library, get Herbie. I should have done the one from my graveyard. And then I can start attacking. And I'll trade here, and then kill them next turn. Boom, they drew 3 lands in a row down the stretch. We were able to capitalize and get the win. Yeah. My deck just has so much removal in it that I can just fire off my removal when I want to instead of having to feel the nerves on like, oh, I really can't afford to use a removal spell. Which is a great feeling. Okie doke. Easy keep. This is just all removal. Turn 3 this, turn 4 this. New plan, turn 3 this. Then I just have Repulsor Blast for days. Okay, Agent of Atlas is fine. I'll keep a land on top. Draw the Jessica. I'm going to use this on upkeep because I know there's a land that I want to play from the top of my deck. There's one of the counter spells that isn't particularly good with Jessica. Kill that guy. But I did get one card out of Jessica, which is good. Now if I draw a land next turn, I can go Quinjet deployment. And he can get exiled, which is huge. Quinjet, Cruel Alliance on him, actually. Shield means damage will be dealt, yeah. Get him. And now if Jessica doesn't die, we get to just be crazy again. And I have so much mana here. Nice. I'm just going to play both these cards because I can't imagine a world where I don't want to play both these. And then I play my other deployment drone. And I'm really doing well here. I have more lands. I have good creatures in play. I assume they have a combat trick of sorts. So if they have the indestructible one... Let's do this. So if an answer to just an individual one, it doesn't work. They have to have like a combat trick indestructible or something, in which case they trade their combat trick. Yep. For both my shield deployment drones, but I still have the 2/1/1s left. And they maybe waste their whole turn doing this. I don't know. That card was going to be annoying to deal with. It was going to stop my Repulsor Blast at some point. And I keep my life total a little bit higher. Biochemist is not a very good card, I don't think. We will play Herbie first, and then we will play Repulsor Blast on this guy. That's a great card. Decline, because I haven't played my land yet. Play that. Play Repulsor Blast. I'll cast it with Teamwork on this guy. Tapping Herbie. Then I can use this to go get Viv Vision. Or I can just get back one of these shield guys. I think Viv Vision would be nice. I'm just going to buy myself some life points here. I have plenty of cards. Oh, yikes. Flying First Strike Ward 1. Scientist, Spy, Hero. Okay. We'll just keep getting our value where we can. Unfortunate on that front, but we can Hour of Defeat this guy now. And if they have a counterspell, we can counter their counterspell, which is kind of funny. Don't want that. Get rid of this guy. Surveil onto this guy. Don't want the land. Attack for 3. Jessica's hit 2 counterspells now, unfortunately. Okie doke. So they get their cards, but we're going to get our Viv Vision down now. This, which will be very effective. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can do X equals 7. Search your library. Viv Vision. Combat. Draw a card. Now we have a counter spell up. Future. Okay, I like where we're at here. Maybe we should have done this for a little bit less so we could hold it up, but we only had one counter left in the deck. They have 2 power here. I like putting them to the test. Like, do you have an answer? If not, we'll get the win. Murdoch's Crusade. That was going to get me, no matter what. Hero in Training is good. Okay, and then they get for 2. It's 7-7. I like leading with the Jessica Jones. I'm definitely using it. Khazar is great here. That's a good draw, too. Bang! Khazar, real good. Khazar prompts the concession. I think my deck is pretty cool. Yeah, 2-0. I think the decks that have a lot of removal just have good options because there's some really good value, and so you just supplement value with removal and you get a great deck. My deck just has like 8 removal spells in it. Like every hand has good removal and flexible removal. Okay. Okay, that guy does hit really hard. He's been kind of scary. Okay, we'll play this now so we can get a sense. I will want that, I think. I don't have any play for next turn, but that's okay. I have 3 different 4-mana removal spells. I could have chump blocked with this guy and then brought him back. That just doesn't seem very good. My hope is that at some point they will have a hand that's just all removal spells or something, and I can just slowly whittle their guys down. Brave Brawler, that's a good block for this guy. That's perfect for me, actually. Yeah, so we're going to kill the Quake because that way they can't tap my Aerial Doombot and I can try to force this trade. And at some point I want to use this plus this, so that's like my dreams to go this into Cruel Alliance on their little guy probably. They missed a land drop, so. As long as they're not deploying extra threats, I'm pretty okay here. So eventually I'll draw a land, I'll go Quinjet, Cruel Alliance. In the meantime, I can go Strixter's Stratagem. Or just Herbie. My life total's at a pretty decent spot, I think. Nice, no attack from this guy is huge for me. Sure. Yep, we will play this. Oh, that's actually a good draw. I'm just going to play Herbie and then get the land into play. Because I want the ramp. And if they use the raft, I'll trade this other guy for the Brave Brawler. I'm just taking 2, and I gained 1 life back that turn. And now I have even more mana. And I can gain 3 life with Herbie is the real reason I wanted to do that. Because like exiling this and getting the life gain from Herbie is pretty good. Let's see what trick they have. Helicarrier Strike, sure. I take 4. I kind of want to use this and gain 3 and exile this guy. I feel like that's going to save me the most damage overall. Like, that just negates their whole next attack with the 3 life. I have this is instant speed, which is pretty relevant for later, maybe. Speed Young Avenger is pretty annoying. Okay, they got this down. That's a good draw. If I play this for x equals 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play this for x equals 3, I can get my 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get my 2, 1, my 2, 2, and get a 1, 1 buddy with him. Let's ditch Brave Brawler into their deck. And I don't want to connive, because I want to draw this card, and I want to keep all the cards I have in my hand. Okay. Let me kill this guy and keep this on top. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can tap this guy down now. What do they have? They have Brave Brawler, okay. Sure. I think I'm gonna get Viv Vision. And then if I draw a land, I can play the Jessica too. Nice. And I might jump this. I have so many cards coming next turn. I don't want to risk dying to Lightning Strike. They didn't have a creature to play one of those turns, so. Web up. Okay, what are they taking out with web up? The Viv Vision is down, okay. Okay, I'm going to jump block to keep my life total a little bit higher. Though if they have Lightning Strike, I kind of lose anyway, so maybe I shouldn't play around Lightning Strike. Because if they Lightning Strike the Jessica, I'm also toasted. Okay, a couple more cards my way. Nice. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Should have kept my Herbie around, maybe. I don't know. I lost my Viv Vision, but I got some value out of it at least. Sure. You're holding up white mana a lot. Okay. I'm okay if this hits me a little bit. Sure. This is the point of the game where we say the nays are not doing much against red-white. I wonder what's in their hand, though. Like, it's not creatures. Okay, that card's pretty good. Thor I can counter, though, next turn. Come on, Khazar. Herbie, sure. Sure, sure. Unfortunately, I've drawn really badly off of Jessica. Like, I hit a couple lands. I've drawn a lot of my creatures at the bottom of my deck, it looks like. Okay, I will counter that the normal way. I know I could have tapped Herbie, but I want to be able to block the Crimson Operative with Herbie. Okay, we get the block out. Oh my gosh. Aye! Man, this is tough. I mean, I have drawn a lot more cards than my opponent, but I could just be dead here. I mean, they have to have combat tricks. Yep. 3, 6, 9, 13, 14, 15. Like, my gosh. I drew so many extra cards compared to them, and I just didn't find the action I needed. Oh, their hand had to be all combat tricks. Maybe I wasn't supposed to trade my Herbie, but I didn't want them to just pump up their Crimson guy and give me an extra. I figured I would draw something useful at some point. Okay, we can keep this. I drew my counter spells at the worst time too. They were like no longer useful. I didn't have any creatures in play. Oh boy, oh brother, not good. Jessica's good though. Kind of hate to draw, like not get the value of the surveil, but this is fine. Gonna make hay while the sun is shining. Play the Jessica. Gosh, we needed to draw Khazar that game. Get ourselves 2 bodies, 1 card. Make our counter spells live, kinda. So they're representing +1/+1 counter and indestructible. We will respect them for it for now. Looking for lands. Nice. We will play the... We already have 1 surveillance room. We could play this plus shield deployment drone. Or this plus Herbie. I kind of like getting the deployment drone out. Because then I have a 1/1 to block the Brave Brawler, and they can use their combat trick to their heart's content. So it gains me 1 life, but also like 2 life from that. Whereas this one playing Herbie is less relevant. Though it would ramp me a little bit, which is nice. Always nice. So they hit their land. That's good for them. I'm fine letting them use their trick here. Yep, I knew they had that. Sure thing, boss. Just get our guys down. So we just have a huge mana advantage. We have a pile of removal in our hand. We have our Jessica Jones at the ready. We have a blocker for their Brave Brawler. I think we're in good shape here. Kind of liking the way this is playing out. E-likey, as they say. Hero in training. Yep, they've got some value of their own. Let's start with Jessica. Nice. Just gonna go for max value again. Why not? Does mean that I can't quite play everything the way I want it to, but deal 5 there. I'm fine trading because their guy's eventually going to be a 3-3. I just want to play the lands that I can from the thing when I get them. That's easy to kill. 100% going to kill it. They scry to the top. And I like trading off creatures because, as I said, their creatures are about to get a lot bigger. Let's do this. Get rid of one of my lands. Get the deployment drone out there. These are the kinds of decks I like playing. I feel like I sometimes need to practice my aggro games. Okay, that guy's not going to be a huge factor. They draw their card. War Machine is now their big guy. Oh, they scried the Loki to the bottom. Huh. I feel like I just activate Jessica over and over, and I should just win most games where I do that. Like, I've gone to use 5 of the 6 cards I've gotten off of Jessica so far. And, like, I don't know, that's pretty dang good. I've got 3 removal spells in hand. I still have Jessica in play. It's almost insane that my deck hasn't done more with Jessica stuff. Like, I need a little bit more juice to get them. But that's why I have my X spell. Just hit them for a bunch of damage. Sure. Don't want to give them a chance to do anything special there. Aerial Doombot also hits decently hard. If they have Murdoch's Quest or whatever, good for them. Looks like they have some way to free this guy from his enchantment confines. I'm just going to be mana efficient and level this guy up. If they free this guy and then somehow get to copy a removal spell, they've got me, I guess. This is my mana efficient line. They free their guy, but I have 4, 5, 7, 9, 11 power in play now with 2 removal spells in hand. So I'm probably going to be able to win next turn unless they, like, get a board sweeper going. Nice. Pretty clean, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Nice. I think our deck is playing well. The surveillance rooms are doing good work, and the cheap removal spells. I mean, we have so many kill spells. It's really cool. Fun to play. Ooh, we're playing against a Wizards of the Coast employee. This is a great hand, though. Our Jessica Jones has just been awesome for us. I'm going to play the surveillance room on turn 2 so I know a little bit more about what I want. Like, if I don't draw a land, yeah, I want to find a land here. That's a fine one. Fine option. Yeah, we'll counter that. We don't want them to get their plan going. We want to spend our mana while we can. Play Jessica Jones. And then just start using Jessica Jones over and over. Sure. Bullseye. Boom, boom. We can't play the Cruel Alliance, sadly, but we can play the Quinjet. So, got a little bit of value from Jessica, just what we wanted. Then we can Trickster Stratagem onto the Jessica. And then it'll exile 3 cards. Hopefully I can find a land here. Get rid of the Repulsor Blast, because I do want to make my land drops here. Could have got rid of the Shield Deployment Drone. Crossbones, sure. That's an easy one to kill with Dark Deed here on their end step. I mean, my deck is playing out like a dream. Like, literally because I have Jessica Jones on turn 3 every game. Like, I'm not naive. I know that I've had this thing in play every single turn and it never gets killed. Would I rather gain a life or Surveil 1? And cast my... I have 1 black spell cheaper. I'm just going to play the Surveillance Room here. Get a Surveil in. Beautiful. It's almost like I drew a card. I mean, exiling 2 lands, I mean, pretty decent still. I don't want those lands. I had 4 lands in a row. On top of my deck, you can lose games like that very easily. So Bullseye gets to sack Agent of Hydra now to kill my Shield Deployment Drone. Okay. That's strange. I guess I'll kill this again. Khazar is really good. I'm going to wait until they play this guy out, though. Though if they play this guy out, then they'll sacrifice their guy anyway. I guess we'll just make hay while the sun is shining. Dang it. No land on top. Unfortunate. Bullseye's going to take out Khazar now and grow their crossbones. Whoa, Masters of Evil. Never mind. Let's save ourselves some life here. I mean, this thing's kind of scary, but I have infinite removal, so I'm not really worried about it. Exile top 3. Is there a land here? Yes, there is. Huge win, but I can also play the land from exile. I'd rather play the land off the top because I don't want to draw it. Then I'm going to Frozen this guy. And then I could play Herbie. And go for like a double block on this guy. I feel like getting value from this is important. They can deal 4 damage to me when this thing comes into play, but I can kill that thing. No attacks. I'll hold back. Bullseye is really annoying here, but it's also kind of funny. I keep drawing the Viv Vision when I have Vision Quest already at the ready. Yep. Oh, they have to sack an artifact. Oh my gosh, I've been misreading this card. I will crew with this guy and Khazar. I'll just take 1, actually. I don't want them to get a 2-1 menace, really. This is easy. Still have 13 cards left. Yeah, we'll just do this the easy way. Kill this guy, tap this guy. Attack for 5. I mean, my deck just has so many kill spells. It's awesome. Bang! Wizards of the Coast employee goes down. Nice. Feeling good. Nice little victory for the home team. Bum, 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 bum. Like I'm just kind of playing a pretty straightforward deck. Nice little macro strategy to it. Lots of... I just have Jessica on turn 2 every time. I'm gonna keep this. It's a little bit odd because I can't actually cast a lot of my spells, but I get some surveils at it. Blue, green, black, green. I think I have to keep a land here. I think it's a little bit greedy not to. Oh, that guy's gonna hit me for a little bit. I'm gonna play this for turn 2. Yeah. No, I could find one of my blue counter spells, and then I'd play this and be able to cast one of them. Yeah, there's an island. Perfect. Shield deployment drone. Here we come. They can counter this if they want. Okay. Sure thing. Keeping lands on top here. I do want that. Ghost, sure. And because I know I want to play this land, I think I'm going to use this on upkeep again like I did before. So I can block the Stature Shifter if they go. Okay, perfect. They didn't attack with Stature Shifter's wild. Just digging for lands here a little bit. Perfect. I'm gonna ditch Herbie, I think. Hero in training, sure. Can't be blocked if her power is 1 or less. Okay, perfect. I get to play a tap land. I'm just going to play Falcon. If they have another counter spell, I mean, they were going to be able to counter whatever I did here. So they hit me 3/5 plus 4. This is rough. I'm going to lose this game, I think. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kill this. Play this. Kill this. Hope they don't have a way to push through damage here. They do have a way to push through damage, and I take 6 here. I'm not dead here. I can get my shield deployment drone back. Now I think I'm dead. Yeah, sadly. Yep, that's like not a good matchup for me. They're like, that's like the classic bad matchup for this sort of deck where they have like a cheap counter spell to disrupt your plan, and you don't get to just go off the way you want. It's just you run out of time almost. Okay, we can keep this. Quinjet doing some major work here. Okay. Hoping for a land. Yeah, we're not gonna let that happen. That's gonna be a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Land me. No. Brittle. It's okay. If we hit a land next turn, we'll be fine. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I can't stop that actually, which is a bummer. I mean, what you gonna do? Luckily, we have a ton of removal spells in our deck. We also have a ton of tap lands, sadly. We're going to get owned by this super intelligence Kid Loki combo. Not good. We got him. We're back in business. They're going to get to do some stuff with this, maybe, but we're going to get to Frozen and Ice it next turn, maybe. Okay. Try Herbie here. Yeah, I think I Herbie. I need to be using my mana efficiently. I don't have that much of it to work with. Huge. Kill spell is going to be great. This turn I can go Quinjet, Frozen and Ice. I don't care if they get 0/4s. It's irrelevant to me. Hellcat, yikes. No blocks. So I go to 7. Next turn I'll go to 3. Maybe I couldn't afford to keep this Hour of Defeat on top. Next turn I'll trade with the Hellcat. Gosh darn it. Just a bummer. Yeah, I don't think I could afford to keep this Hour of Defeat. That was a tactical blunder. I needed to keep hitting lands. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can live if I draw a land here. Oh, we're so toasted. Decline, play land. That would have been really good. Oh, that could have saved me a second ago. Okay. Sad day. Their Hellcat comes back. If they had whiffed off this tower and they just had nothing to do here, I could play Khazar and Dark Deed. Alas, too slow. Missed lands for a little bit too long, unfortunately. I gain 1 life. If there's a gain land on top, no. I can go block, block, shrink this. I lose, okay. Well, that game we just missed our land drop for too long. That's kind of the long and short of it. We had plenty of answers. I also shouldn't have kept this Hour of Defeat, but that's a tough loss. Anyway, our deck had a pretty decent run, 4-3. We played some good games. The games we lost were pretty understandable. We had one game where you just didn't draw any threats, so we just kind of didn't get to do much. We didn't draw our Khazar or our Falcon, stuff like that, which we needed. We had the one game where we got kind of tempoed out, and then we had the game where we got mana screwed. So sometimes you lose games like that. Our deck was really sweet. I thought it was a lot of fun. If you made it to the end, leave hashtag control in the comment section down below, because we just had a pile of removal with some card advantage. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 removal spells with 3 counters. Drawing these counters wasn't good in one of those games too. Just a lot of removal, and then a little bit of card advantage from things like this, or Viv Vision plus Vision Quest. Herbie's, the deployment drones getting 1/1s is kind of like value. So, and then Jessica Jones just absolutely taking over. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.